and I want you to struggle. So, oh, I'm gonna give you a challenge.
More?
More? Oh, well, look at this. I'm gonna show you this very, very interesting set of exercises
Okay.
that elicit. I'm going to teach you a word. The word is elicit. It's going
The
to be a
long
one word, I bet. Yeah, there's no level even.
Elicit.
Elicit. Read the definition.
Elicit. To get information or a reaction from somebody, often with difficulty. Okay.
Mhm.
So you want to elicit me?
No. You want to elicit me? I cannot elicit you because you are not information.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
But I can elicit information from you.
Nice.
No? I will elicit. No, when you are speaking,
Mm-hmm.
everybody does it. When everybody speaks, the Spanish thinking elicits mistakes,
Okay.
right?
Uh-huh.
Then analyzing and correcting those while speaking and identifying those patterns in American speech or native speakers can help you improve your English. So it's a methodology of the way I speak, correction, finding the explanation, and then comparing with native people,
Okay.
right? So I want you to see some CAE common mistakes that we commit at an upper intermediate and advanced level.
Okay.
And from there, the ones that where you struggle, that's when we are going to attack with a lesson. If you find the solution to some of them, we are going to skip ahead to the next one.
Okay.
Agree? Let me do my experimentation with this one over here.
Experimentation.
Exercise 1. See if you can correct these mistakes. The solutions are below, but I'm not going to show them to you because you know them. I bet.
The manager arrived to me and told me. I couldn't find the first one, but the second one is already.
Your brain went to the second one. Okay.
Yes.
What is it?
It says sedos,
Mhm.
and I think that the correct is some employees told us.
Easy.
Yes.
Good job. Okay. The second one is easy.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to skip to the third one, you can.
The third one, I think that the problem is with the word in church.
Good. Okay. What will be the solution?
Takes care
Interesting.
or not.
Because here the issue is on definition. So if you say to take care of,
Mm-hmm.
by definition, is to be careful with something, about something. So you are, of course, you're going to be careful of the salary, but that doesn't mean that you have the obligation, no, not the obligation, the responsibility over the salary.
Okay.
Therefore, take care of is not the answer.
Okay.
By definition, you must use in charge of. Actually, that part is correct.
Really?
Exactly.
Nice. Okay.
What,
Um,
or you can skip to the next one.
maybe the first one. The problem is with the word. All right.
Okay. Mhm.
No?
That's only interesting. What will be your change?
Okay. Um, come or came?
Okay, came to me, came
No.
to me as a cookie,
No, 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 no.
came to me. Please come with me. You come to do, not to someone.
Okay.
Come for something, come to do, come to, yeah, the cookie is with, not to. In any case, you can use came with me. But again, the similar to this one, the definition is different.
Okay.
So using came with me means I was in company of this person when we arrived, and that's not the meaning of the sentence.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so we're going to talk about number one in a moment. We're going to talk about number three in a moment. What about number four?
Middle serious accident. I think that the problem is with the word middle.
Excellent. You are correct. Let's use red for incorrect and green for correct, no? Because I'm going to get confused.
Maybe.
Yeah. The problem is this is correct
Uh-huh.
and this is incorrect. You don't know what word we need to use, but you know that this is the wrong one.
I imagine we can use like, because middle sounds weird because
Totally,
it cannot be like middle and then serious,
totally. Nice.
but I am not sure which word I can use.
Totally, and especially because there is how can I say that? Middle is an adjective, serious is an adjective. So if you're gonna emphasize an adjective, don't use another one. You should use a different type of word. You're closer. You're close to the objective. Let's try the next one.
He fell from the stairs. Mm, from?
From is a mistake?
Yes.
Okay.
He
And the correction would be changing the connector?
no
Oh,
or yes.
I don't know. Huh? I was giving you a little spoiler.
Maybe. I imagine like he fell down, right?
You are correct. The word should be actually the problem is not the word from, because you need to connect the stairs.
Down
But
stairs?
no, the verb fell is
Mhm.
incomplete. It's
Or
different to say fall from
uh-huh.
versus fall down. I know, fall from.
Down from.
And honestly, I needed to check the answers for this one because in my mind, fall from the stairs sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a difference in meaning, because if you say fall from, it's
Uh-huh.
because literally I live wherever I fell from.
Mm-hmm.
When you say uh, an asteroid fell from the sky, this
Okay.
is correct to say because the asteroid belongs
Games from the sky.
exactly, and it's not from a
But I
different
think a
location.
person became from the stairs.
Exactly. Maybe the person lives on the stairs,
Oh, maybe.
Everything's possible.
Okay.
Uh-huh. So that was pretty interesting. When you say fell down, you felt the necessity to add the word down. Careful, that doesn't mean down is a connector.
Okay.
You needed a connector anyway.
Down is an adjective?
And that
A
it
noun?
gives you direction.
Okay.
And the word fall down is considered a phrasal verb, a word that is said together.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's a
Good.
he cracked a bit his bone.
Oh, that's a classic. Finally found it.
A bit
Okay.
or not?
What?
A bit.
Yeah,
Bite.
bit is incorrect. I agree. But why?
Mm, mm, because I don't know. It sounds strange.
It does. It does. It does. You're halfway there. So let me help you.
Please.
The word his bone
Mm-hmm.
is the direct object of the verb cracked.
Mm-hmm.
What did we crack? We cracked his bone. For that reason, it should be together with the verb. We must not separate object and verb this way.
And a bit must must be on the last part.
At the end.
At the end, sorry.
At
I
the
have
end,
a
that's
problem with
right.
the word on.
Is born a bit. The switch is important because an order, there is like an order of words that we should that everybody speaks
Uh,
to be quick, you know? Everybody will use the object together with the verb all the time. The problem is that in Spanish, it's allowed to say, uy, se rompió un poquito su hueso.
and it still sounds a little bit strange.
It still sounds strange, but it's accepted.
Yes.
Therefore, whenever we're trying to speak from Spanish to English, these positions are altered very, very often. One of the things, and actually this is something I wanted to touch right now, was the expression that you said at the beginning of the class, the one that I corrected you. We said, I didn't know where was my something.
My kiss.
I didn't know where was, where?
Mm.
So every time I read where were we, or like I remember that.
It was beautiful.
Yes, yes. I didn't know where were my keys. This is a classic mistake that we usually do a lot when we are advanced, because the way we speak Spanish, it's actually correct to say no sabía dónde estaban mis llaves y ponemos las llaves al final.
Mhm.
All surprise, English is person verb complement in this specific order all the time.
Okay, so the correct sentence is I didn't know where my keys were.
Precisely. The order of words. Why do we commit these mistakes? This is not only because of Spanish. It is also a problem, English problem, I call it. Because
Okay.
you learned where were my keys as a question.
Uh-huh.
And then you repeated where were my keys so many times that when you use it as a connector, you established in your mind that this is always like this. Where were my keys? Where were my keys? Where were my keys?
Wow, wow.
Where? The problem here is that, oh, surprise, this is not a question anymore.
Mm-hmm.
This is now an affirmation. In a question, where will be colored purple? Purple is my color for adverbs,
Okay.
and my color for connectors, conjunctions, and prepositions is color yellow. So when you say, where were my keys? As a question, where is purple? When I say, where my keys were, where is yellow?
Mm-hmm.
It's a connector.
Okay.
Makes sense? Think about the rest. Wow. May I go to the bathroom real quick?
Yes. Why not?
See you in a moment. Good girl. Thank you very much. Did you find all of them?
Maybe.
Nice. That's the way. This is the way. Okay. Help me with I can organize in a very well way. Jesus Christ.
It sounds like horrible.
Like what?
It sounds horrible.
Oh yeah, it does.
For me, the problem is in a very well way.
Of course. And for everybody, not only you.
um, I, I, I maybe it's just for the correct sentence is very well, and that's it.
Nice. Removing in a
Mm-hmm.
and way.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you.
Okay.
You did well. You did well. Let me check the answer here. I can organize. There's another suggestion though. That's right. I can organize in a very well. No, I can organize very well.
Mm-hmm.
But the suggestion here is I can't organize in a very good way. It's pretty interesting.
Okay.
Right. The reason we can do that is because of the use of this is a cookie,
Okay.
in a very good way. And good is an adjective. Grammatically, this is an adjective describing a noun. Good way. You cannot use a purple word, adverb, to describe a color blue.
Why?
For example, you don't say the currently, this is another mistake, the currently task I'm doing.
Okay.
Why do you think this is wrong?
Because it sounds strange. But maybe task,
Mhm.
um, and the word currently.
Right. Task is a noun. We cannot use a word, a color, an adverb to describe a noun.
Mm-hmm.
We should use the adjective. What will be the adjective?
The current.
Again?
The current.
Right. The current task. Now we have, as I tell my students, orange and blue are always together.
Okay.
Never purple.
So the only the word well is an adverb.
Is yeah, is a mistake. But anyway, both suggestions are right. I can organize very well, and I can organize in a good way. Both sound good.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because actually very well is another way to say in a very good way, right?
Nice. Good job. Very well is the same as saying in a very good way. Those phrases can replace each other.
Okay.
Good.
Nice.
Well said. What about why you didn't take out the red card?
Mm, didn't. No, you. Can we switch it?
Nice. Yes, it's the position of you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we should take the subject and put in it here because it's a question.
Yes.
Good work. Good one. It's a classic. We are speaking so fast that we forget to use correct question sentences. That's so common. Good job.
Yes.
What about the next one?
The beautiful, perfect past. Okay. I have had with them a very good relationship for the 3 months that I was with them. I have had with them a very good relationship for the 3 months that I was with them. Mm. This is something that it actually finishes, right?
Nice, correct. You are talking about the verb, right?
Uh-huh.
Good job. Mhm.
Mm, so I wouldn't use have had.
Totally. Agree. What's a better way to say it?
Mm, I have.
Yes, totally correct. Because of this, for the 3 months that I was with them, this means
Mhm.
that the action was over. Mhm.
Yes. She's not there anymore, or
She's
he.
not there anymore. Mhm. But I have a question. Is that the only mistake you see?
Maybe no.
Nice.
I had with them
Maybe.
for the 3 months that I was with them. It repeats like with them twice. But
Oh,
the thing I think that is that if I say had with them and I was with no. Wait. I had with them a very good relationship. No, a very good relationship for the 3 months that I was with them. Mm,
do you want a clue? A hint?
yes.
Here we go. It's the same issue that we have here.
Where?
It's the same issue.
Yes. I had. For me, there are like two affirmations
Mhm.
in one sentence, and that is that my mind is cracking.
Interesting. Okay. What do you mean?
um, for me it doesn't make sense that you are saying that you have a good relationship, but again, you say like for the 3 months that I was with them.
Like to repeat the word with them, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, if in any case, the one you should use is I mean, it's not wrong to use it twice, Probably
No,
this
no,
person
no,
is
no, but
emphasizing, but in any case, the one you should use is the first one, at least. I mean, if you want to remove this one, you need to use the first one.
mm-hmm.
And again, the problem is
Yes.
here. It's exactly the same issue.
I want to switch something, but I don't know what.
Go. Without fear. The world is for those who jump. Juan Escutia.
Had Jesus Christ.
Really? Come on. Okay, if I ask you what, you're gonna give me an object. What did you have for 3 months?
A very good relationship.
Automatically you go to a very good relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is the object of the verb.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same issue that we have here.
I had a very good relationship for 3 months with them.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's the same issue. The part of with them should go after this phrasing because the object and the verb must go together. But no surprise, in Spanish it sounds correct.
Okay.
You see, it's Spanish cracking, crashing and
Yes.
crashing and crashing our mind. Tuve con ellos una buena relación. Suena raro, pero está bien dicho. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one, girl. So the order of words. This is a classic when we are talking about advanced speech. Very often. Mhm. All right. The last one.
Composed of.
Yes, very good. Good job. Let me just move everything on top so we can. How do I do that? Perfect. Hold.
Nice.
There's set. Hold. Nice.
Like a PowerPoint.
Come on. This is technology, you know?
I know.
Easy. We must master technology, not technology must not master us. You know?
I know.
And oh, before we continue with the next one, yes, you are correct. Actually, it's off. It's not by. We should use off. Because if you say composed by, you change the meaning of the verb.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Composed by Mozart, composed by Beethoven. It's very different. Now, in this one, I have had no, I had with no, I had a very good relationship with them for the 3 months that I was
There.
there.
With them.
You know, your option is right, but with them is right too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now that we put it like that, both are right.
Okay.
So don't worry about repetition. Mhm. Okay. Yeah, let's go to the last two really quick. 24 hours 7, we don't say that, right? What do we say?
24/7.
24/7. No problem. This one is a little tricky.
When you go to retirement.
Yeah.
When you You cannot go.
Again.
You cannot go, like to retirement.
Nice. Correct. You're gonna go to retirement. Therefore, there must be another way to say this. Use B1, B2 vocabulary to find a verb
Mm,
of retirement.
mm, I don't know if my mind is correct, but I would use
Mm,
arrive.
all right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what is retirement?
When you finish your time working.
Yep. There is a verb that is specific for retirement.
Oh, come on.
We actually use it in Spanish too, and it's a cognate,
Really?
which is very similar to Spanish, huh?
Mm,
Well, kinda.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, because you're gonna think on jubilar.
Uh-huh.
But what about retirarse?
It's still the same. I say like I am I want to I am no.
Interesting. See, let me check if it's what level is it? B1? Yes, you know this.
No, but
You were thinking in another verb?
no, but if it has an specific connector
Um, Connector.
or verb,
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
What if we replace the whole phrase go to retirement? Because you were thinking in replacing only go, no?
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason.
When you
That
retire.
exactly when you retire.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
When you retire. Because go to retirement, we never use that.
Yes. You
This is Spanglish issues. Sometimes translations will be faster if you use B1, B2, C1 vocabulary.
mhm. I would like
Mhm.
to go to retirement if it exists.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't go to a magic place called retirement.
I
There's no
know.
country called retirement. You know, Mhm. Capital paradise. You know, that doesn't exist. So
Okay.
just a second because Jessie is here. She's gonna say hello. Hello, Jess. Good night.
Oh, hello, teacher. Hello, Fanny. Good night.
Hello.
So, hello, Fanny. Thank you to be here. So, thank you, Mister. Have a good night.
You too, girl. Thank
Bye,
you.
Fanny. Have a good night. See you.
You too.
And the last one.
He can surf on internet. I am afraid because I am having issues with the word on.
Oh, right. Don't be afraid. In this case, the word on is right.
Okay. What is surf? I know, or I have an idea of what is surf.
In context of the internet,
Mm-hmm.
it's similar to browse. Are you familiar with the word browse?
Yes. Can surf on internet. Mm. Maybe he can surf on the internet, but I don't know.
Can you say that again?
He can surf on the internet.
Using article then, no?
Yeah.
You are correct. The internet.
Mm,
Mhm. Good job. And in this case, the connector on is optional because surf is transitive. So you
surf.
can say surf the internet only.
Okay.
Both are correct. Mhm.
Nice.
Highlights that we are going to check this week then. I see that there are some interesting. I would like to do some exercises on the object of the verb,
Mm-hmm.
put it in the right position.
Mm-hmm.
So let me write that to you. Back. I love that the sticker you sent me yesterday.
Back.
It's Toromac's father.
Yes. I love.
So number one, highlights. Check up on the order of objects, object phrases, and verbs in a relative clause. Number two, suffixes and word transformation. You know, the word retirement is a noun and
Mhm.
retire is the verb. It's more effective to use the verb, and we need to find the ways to remember that word.
Okay.
Let's find also prepositions. Spare prepositions, let's call it. Are you familiar with the word spare?
Spare?
Yep. Spare.
I have never heard.
Perfect. Open your glossary.
Okay.
Spare means not needed at a present time.
Okay.
As a synonym, extra or reserve. Backup. I like backup too.
Okay.
In this case, the word surf on internet, the word on was spare, was a spare connector that we didn't need.
Oh, okay.
Or as we say, extra information.
Okay.
Right? The same issue that we had on when you go to retirement is the same issue we have in the first sentence. We need to change arrive to me and actually just omit it.
The manager told me.
Actually, no, sorry. Keep arrive, eliminate to me.
The manager arrived and told me.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like this. Sorry. The
Okay.
manager arrived and told me.
Nice. Mm.
So we have spare information. Some employees said that we correct that, told us an institution that takes in charge of, in this case, it was vocabulary too. Pretty interesting. An institution that, no, an institution in charge of the salary.
Mm,
And if you need that, you can say an institution. That. If in charge of is an adjective, a description, what is the verb?
hmm.
You know,
Is
verb for description.
verb for description. That is.
Right. That is.
Okay.
Those are the two options. An institution in charge of the salary, blah, 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 blah. An institution that is in charge of the salary. So
I
in this
have
case, tell me.
I have a very strange mind. I am realizing it.
Where did your mind go?
I don't
with
know.
this?
I read something and my mind goes, because in the a middle serious accident, it's a little bit funny because in Spanish I talk in that way. When something is going wrong or is happening something, I say, mm, un pequeño gran problema.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So for me, it's correct because I use it in a wrong way, but
As a joke.
because for me it's funny. Yeah.
Mhm.
So when I read it, I say like, it's something that I would say.
Yes, exactly. A middle serious accent. Yeah, you would adopt this as an expression you say, a
Mm-hmm.
personal expression. Interesting. And you
Yeah.
can. But then if you're gonna like speak formally, that's
You
gonna
can.
become exactly confusing. I mean, you can sometimes in informal conversations, you can be a little bit like funny. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
A middle
He
serious
just broke
accent.
his leg.
I mean, a conversation maybe. In an exam, maybe not, but in a conversation, yes.
Okay.
Mhm. Interesting. Well, the answer here was using an adverb,
Mm-hmm.
which is the cookie is mildly, mildly serious. Miley Cyrus.
Very nice joke.
Wow, amazing. Oh my God.
It's late.
It's very late. I need to go to sleep. Even though it's late, I will make the meme, you know?
Mm,
Why not? So, mildly, this is a cookie. Every time you use the word serious, you can use adverbs to, you know, emphasize the adjective.
So another word that I can use could be moderately.
Moderately serious. Nice.
Okay.
If you want to, that's another one. But yeah, you need to consult which cookies are more common.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Okay.
do something for adverb, adjective cookies. I'm going to show you tomorrow a tool that I use. And for this one over here, we're gonna study noun phrases. And what's the name of that? Crap. What's the name? Oh, Jesus Christ. Relative clauses. Jesus. Those are the highlights for today.
Okay.
Interesting.
Maybe look for let me look for a good sticker.
Yes. A nice one. And I got news for you. I didn't use B2 common mistakes. I used C1 common mistakes.
Oh, come on.
Told you, you needed a skill challenge. So don't worry, you are actually going places. CAE is Cambridge Advanced I don't remember what the E stands for, but the
Exercise.
E is advanced. Mhm.
Nice.
Cambridge English, no, Cambridge English Advanced. So very good.
Now makes sense.
Now it makes sense, right? It was too much. It was too much, but you did well. Very good job. All right, girl, let's finish for today. Excellent class. Let me run because the next group is killing me right now, I bet. See
Sorry.
you later, girl.
Have a great night.
Bye-bye. You too.
Bye.
Bye.